This video is a ride test and comparison between Pro Circuit's Works pipe and Pro Circuit's Platinum 2 pipe. How's it going, everybody? Greg Hitchko here, and in this video I'll be riding Pro Circuit's Works pipe and Pro Circuit's Platinum 2 pipe back to back, testing them and comparing them and seeing how they feel out there on the track. So I've been wondering about these two pipes myself, and whether you're looking to get a new pipe for your two-stroke, or if you have either the Works pipe or the Platinum 2 pipe already and you want to hear how they compare back to back, well, this is definitely your video for that. We can see details from Pro Circuit's website, but they really don't go into detail about how they feel on the track, and this is what I'm going to bring you in this video. So before we get to the on-track talk and how these pipes actually perform back to back against each other, let's talk about the comparison right off the bat. One, how they look, and Pro Circuit's description of them on their website. So starting with the Works pipe, it's got that raw metal factory finish. It's that iconic look that all the factory teams used to use back on their bikes. And then you've got the Platinum 2 pipe, which has that chrome electroless nickel plated look. So based purely on looks, it's whatever really tickles your fancy. Do you like that chrome look, or do you like that Works factory finish? And Pro Circuit also makes a normal Platinum pipe, which is basically the same shape and design as the Works pipe, but just that nickel plated finish. So this is straight from Pro Circuit's website about the Works pipe, so we'll talk there first. The original Pro Circuit Works pipe offers unparalleled performance and power for every two-stroke application. Increased horsepower and torque gains will quickly be noticed across the entire RPM range. The unplated oil metal finish requires some maintenance, but really gives your bike that quote-unquote Works look. So basically all you get from Pro Circuit's website about this pipe is that it's supposed to increase horsepower and torque across the entire range, but what does that actually translate to on the track? Unfortunately, I do not have a stock pipe to compare the stock versus Works pipe and stock versus Platinum 2 pipe. If you guys would like a video of that, comparing the stock versus Pro Circuit pipes, leave a comment below for me. I'll see if I can pick up a stock pipe for my KX, but I don't have a stock pipe right now, so that's why I'm only doing the Works pipe versus the Platinum 2 pipe. Switching over to the Platinum 2 on Pro Circuit's website, the Platinum 2 pipe is constructed of heavy-duty 18-gauge metal, offering increased protection from rock or crash damage. The Platinum 2 pipe also utilizes a platinum plating on the body to help protect it from everyday elements, making this an ideal pipe for people who race or ride off-road or who ride in extreme weather conditions. Incredible performance with sustainable power gains in the low to mid-range part of the power band will be noticed. So right off the bat, those are the things that Pro Circuit state are the differences between the Platinum 2 pipe and the Works pipe. The Platinum 2 pipe is known to increase that low to mid-range power, and it's also got that heavy-duty 18-gauge steel, little thicker of a pipe, a little more heavy duty. If you're riding off-road, this is probably your pipe of choice because it's going to give you a little bit more protection and durability, crashing against rocks, falling down, etc. What's nice about the Platinum 2 pipe and this plated finish, it requires less maintenance to keep up and keep looking new compared to the Works pipe. So normally when you're done riding your bike with the Works pipe and after you wash it, spray it down with WD-40, rub it with a Scotch-Brite pad, wipe it down, keeps it looking clean, keeps it looking fresh, and prevents rust. But with the Platinum 2 pipe, with that nickel plated finish, you're not gonna get that. As you can see here, it does say that the electroless nickel plating does increase the life of the pipe by 2 to 10 times. So if you're looking for durability and longevity out of a pipe, the Platinum finish is definitely your way to go. So now I'll get into the on-track differences between the Works and the Platinum 2. I've got a 2007 KX250 that I will be comparing these pipes on. Quick details about the bike: it does have Electron carb on it. It has V-Force 3 reeds, and the gearing is 1352. The KX250 is said to have a lackluster bottom end as is, but the performance characteristics of the Works and Platinum 2 pipe are said to be standard across all brands, where the Works pipe is said to give your bike increased horsepower and torque across the entire RPM range, where the Platinum 2 pipe is more designed for that low to mid-range power curve. So a little detail about the track that I tested the pipes at: it was Stedman's MX just outside of Tooele, Utah. So to get a further idea of the track, it's a mainly second and third gear track. I did click up into fourth a couple times on the more wide open sweepers. There also was tight S-turn type sections where I did drop down in the first. So you got slow speed sections compared to high speed sections. So it's really a great track to test these pipes at. All right, so let's finally get to the on-track comparisons. I'm gonna start with the Works pipe and go from the bottom, mid to top, and then switch over to the Platinum 2 pipe and talk about the bottom, mid to top again. So starting with the bottom end power on the Works pipe, unfortunately I can't compare to stock, so I can only talk about what I feel with that pipe on the bike as is. The bottom end power with this pipe is definitely tricky in what I would call your classic two-stroke power, where it likes to be ridden on the pipe. You need to be riding a little bit faster and hold up your momentum, and if you can find that sweet spot and be in the correct gear, the bottom on this pipe is absolutely awesome. In the corners, it does require you to be more precise about your gearing, whether you want to be in second or first gear. And I experimented with that with this pipe, dropping down into first gear or leaving it in second in the same corners. I would have to be really easy on the throttle in first gear, or this thing is just way too jerky and just wants to go. It's like a light switch, it's on and off. But if I shifted to second in that same corner and didn't keep my momentum, the bike would want to die and lose power, could clutch it out a little bit, but using your clutch in the rut can kind of upset the bike sometimes, becomes a little unpredictable and ultimately mess you up. But that's why with the bottom end power of this pipe, it's essential to be in the right gear, keep your momentum, and when you do that, it rewards you generously. You just can't be lazy with this bottom end. Moving on to the mid-range power now of the Works pipe. As you guys saw, I just cracked a huge smile on my face because that is where this pipe loves to be ridden. And if you like fun, fast, screaming two-strokes, this mid-range power on the Works pipe is it, because you grab that throttle, you twist it, this thing just hits hard and pulls like crazy. The power is there. So I would say that mid-range power punch is really the highlight of this pipe. Makes it super fun to ride when you grab a handful and the bike is just screaming. So moving from that mid to top end power, there were a couple longer straightaways where I just kept it in third gear to see how long it would pull in third gear. And let me tell you, it pulled pretty good, but then as you would assume, it would definitely signed off at higher RPMs. That's when you just click fourth and that thing just kept on pulling. There was a bigger tabletop on the track that required a bunch of throttle in third gear. I didn't feel any lack of power as I over-revved the bike in third gear to get over that big tabletop, so that was a good sign. It just definitely signed off a little bit on that longer straightaway, but you would expect that when going faster, higher RPMs, just click a gear and you'll be all good. So I'm a big fan of this Works pipe, and it definitely favors riders who can keep up their speed and momentum around the turns and the track, because if you can ride this pipe on the pipe, this pipe will definitely reward you in more ways than one, and it makes riding the bike super fun. When I think of this pipe, I think of classic two-stroke power and feels nothing like a four-stroke. So enough of the Works pipe, let's flip over to the Platinum 2. So like I said earlier, other than looks and the construction of the pipe, the Platinum 2 pipe is designed for low to mid-range power increases. I feel like I instantly noticed a little bit more liveliness down low. It's kind of got like a deeper, more throaty, grunty feel to it. And I guess what I mean by that is even riding through the pits, I felt this like smoother sensation over the bike compared to the Works pipe, where the Works pipe either feels like it's on or off like a light switch. This thing just had like a smooth aliveness to it, and that's really the best way I can describe it. So right off the bat, I can instantly feel that increase in that bottom end just by putting around in first gear. So where the Works pipe had that all two-stroke type feeling, the Platinum 2 pipe definitely brings some of that four-stroke type luggability into this low end range of power. I'm not a big clutch abuser as is, but you definitely don't need to touch the clutch as much when you have this Platinum 2 pipe on your bike. It just doesn't need it. It's not that you can be lazy with the Platinum 2 pipe, but it definitely gave me more confidence to roll into the corner, not have to worry about which gear I was in. I actually never had the desire to drop down in the first gear with this pipe on my bike compared to the Works pipe. I was able to leave it in second gear, and this pipe definitely adds an element of luggability that I personally like, and this pipe inspired me to carry more momentum through the turn, pull out of it no problem, and I didn't have to be as precise with my speed and gearing. I could mess up a little bit, and this Platinum 2 pipe had that luggability to pull me out of it absolutely no problem. With the Works pipe, there was this tighter S-turn section of the track, and depending on how fast I was flowing through it, determine whether I shifted down to first or second. And sometimes in second, it would just feel too sluggish and I would have to use the clutch to get out of it. But with the Platinum 2 pipe, I had no desire to shift down into first. I just left that thing in second, lugged right through it, right, left, and I just really enjoyed that capability of the Platinum 2 pipe. So moving up to talk about the mid-range power of this Platinum 2 pipe, and I've got one word for it: deceiving. And here's why. Compared to the Works pipe is punchy and fun and hits hard, where the mid-range power on the Platinum 2 pipe takes a little bit more to build up. However, while it's building up, you actually have great connection to the rear wheel, and the bike is actually pushing you forward. Where that Works pipe, when you punch it hard, the motor lights up immediately, but however, you do get some wheel spin with the Works pipe, not with the Platinum 2. The Platinum 2 doesn't have that punchability like the Works pipe does, but what it's doing is throwing power to the ground. You got great connection with that rear wheel, and before you know it, you're like, holy bleep, I'm actually flying. There's a few times where I overshot the corner because the motor didn't sound like I was going fast, when in reality, reality, the bike was hooking up great, and boom, there I go, right by the rut. Now that was without using the clutch. What's nice about this Platinum 2 pipe, if you did just kind of punch that clutch and feather it a little bit, it would light the motor up, the motor would rev up, and it would feel like it had that punchy power. It definitely took me a little bit to get used to compared to the Works pipe. That initial feeling like you're not really going that fast, but then out of nowhere you're actually hauling the mail. I really think the way the mid-range power is delivered with this Platinum 2 pipe would really help smooth out your riding capability on a two-stroke. Moving to the top end power now of the Platinum 2 pipe, felt super similar to that of the Works pipe, and I actually think the top end power held on a little bit longer than it did with the Works pipe, just because of that tractability of the rear wheel and the connection that you have with the throttle with this pipe, where maybe with the Works pipe I had a little bit more wheel spin and Platinum 2 I didn't. That's kind of why I feel like the Platinum 2 top end just held on a little bit longer. So to wrap this thing up, in my honest opinion, going by strictly looks, it is super hard to beat that factory metal raw finish of the Works pipe. I still love the Platinum looking pipe, but I definitely have an edge towards that factory Works pipe. Now, as far as which one I'm actually gonna leave on my bike, I was very impressed by the Platinum 2. I really like the fact that it added that element of luggability in the corners, didn't feel like I was gonna stall, didn't need to use the clutch as much. It doesn't have that classic hard-hitting two-stroke power. It didn't feel like a light switch, whether the power is either on or off. I really like that tractable power and being able to have a better connection and feel between my throttle hand and the rear wheel. And overall, I just felt more confident with the Platinum 2 pipe. If you're a faster rider and able to keep your momentum of the turns, love that hard-hitting two-stroke power, I would definitely lean on the way of the Works pipe. If you can more easily manage that preciseness between your speed and gearing in the ruts and turns, you'll have no problem with the bottom end power of the Works pipe, and the mid-range is an absolute blast. Hard hitting, you just twist that thing and it goes. If any of you guys have ridden these pipes or even ridden them back to back before, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the pipe, because I'm always curious to learn more, and it really helps out the other people that do watch and read the comments on this video. So go ahead and punch that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will be having another pipe comparison between the Pro Circuit Works pipe and the FMF Factory Fatty, so I'm super curious about those pipes back to back, so keep an eye out for that. But all right guys, until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.